Hey everybody, welcome back to the tower. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're coming back, thanks for coming back. What we do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck to find out what your overall tower moment energy is going to be, the cause of the tower, and the outcome. We'll look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we will clarify. That's it. Pretty simple. All of these messages are timeless, and, you know, there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. With that out of the way, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you. If it doesn't, remember, messages are timeless. Just check out a different video if this one doesn't work. Okay. Hermit on this side of the tower means you feel alone. Now, I'm not saying you are alone. I'm saying you feel alone. You feel like you could be in a crowd and completely isolated, which happens a lot. You feel like you've got a lot of drama and stress and stuff going around you, yet completely isolated. You feel like you don't belong. I'm not sure why yet, but that's just what I'm getting. You feel like you don't belong, and I'm not sure why. That leads to your tower moment, which will lead to the Hierophant, which is lesson learned. Hierophant is a teaching card. Like, you need to, this is something that has to happen, or you have to experience to understand something with a clear mind. I don't exactly know what this, means, but we're going to clarify it and find out. So I think this is something that you feel like you hate it. You're like in a situation where you hate being in a situation like this. It's toxic. It's not good. But I think this tower is going to show you that it had to happen. We'll find out. Well, okay. Uh, the Lovers and the Devil are in the bottom, so this could be a toxic relationship, a very toxic relationship. That's pretty much what that means. I don't know if I've ever had that combo before. Okay, let's clarify a little bit. Queen of Cups. Yeah, your emotions are fried. This is a lot of stress on your part. If this is a relationship, a toxic relationship, there is somebody in your energy who is very much not good for you. They make you feel like dirt, like crap. They make you feel terrible no matter what you do. You can never get ahead. You can never win. And it makes you feel pretty empty, and this is not what you wanted. You wanted a relationship. A lot of cups, by the way. So that's a good indicator that this is a toxic relationship, if this wasn't a clear enough picture. You wanted something else out of this relationship. You thought you were getting something. You got sold a bad deal. They wore a mask. They pretended to be somebody they weren't. And once you get hooked up with them, the mask comes off, and all of a sudden, they are a monster. And yeah, this is not what you planned for. You had ideas, you had goals and dreams and all that, and they just turned into someone who checks the phone on the couch all day while you go to work. And nothing you do is right. They tried to isolate you from your family. They might have isolated from your family. They might have isolated from you just about everyone. They're very controlling, they're very mean, they're very self-centered. They're using you. They are using you, and you feel like you could, if they left, your life would be better. But you keep hoping, right? You keep hoping they get better. You keep hoping they change. You keep hoping they're like, oh, well, one of these days they're going to get a job. One of these days they're going to, be a real life person instead of a whiny teenager. Now, and I'm not saying they are a whiny teenager to act like it. They're emotionally at that level. They use people, and you are being used right now, and that's why you feel alone and isolated. Makes perfect sense. The Hermit card being here. Now the Tower brings the King of Wands. You want something more. Of course you do. And I think asking for it, finally setting your boundaries, your concern, you're going to put your foot down one time. And that's going to bring the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. See, that's the energy of, whoops. Now they're going to make you feel like you're controlling. They're going to make you feel like, you're all of these things. How could you do this to me? You're controlling me. You're holding these things you bought over my head as a threat. It's like, you bought me all this stuff, and now you're using it as a manipulation card because whatever. They're going to try to make you feel guilty, feel bad. They're going to try to get into your head. They're going to try to, do whatever it takes to go back to this situation and make you give up and give in. Don't. Don't do that. If they can't handle the smallest amounts, you got to move on. Two of wands here. Whoops. Two of wands. Yeah. Throwing my cards around. Cool. Yeah, two of wands. It's time for you to go. Six of cups. It's time for you to not look back. This had to happen. And the page of swords. Yeah, definitely. So this is a relationship in your life that had to happen to teach you a valuable lesson that you need to be more clear, you need to be more direct, and you need to get to know people a little bit better before you let them move in with you. All right? I'm going to guess this relationship happened quick, happened fast, because this person, whoever they were, you were interested in them, and you found them online, TikTok, whatever, and you send them a message, and you might have worked with them like for a day, and you're like, oh, and then they start calling you things like soulmate and destined to be together and this, that, and the other. And they're moving pretty quick, right? And you're just kind of going, well, sure, they must be into me. So you just go with it. No. Anyone who moves that fast in the beginning probably isn't good. But you had to learn this the hard way. And you have. It might have been a year. It might have been a year ago now. Maybe a year and a half. I don't know. It feels like this has been going on for a while, and it feels like the rest of your family, the people who have been isolated against, are very upset. They see what's going on, they don't like it, and you're still holding out hope that, this will all be worth it. This will all be good. This will all be fine. Yeah. And this person who is doing all the manipulation, the controlling, the isolating, they're happy with the situation. They don't ever want to change. But you're going to set boundaries. You're going to say, this is what I want. Like, you're going to have to start pulling your weight. You're going to have to start working. You're going to have to start doing something more. And that's going to cause them to panic. So yeah, this is the lesson that you have to learn. This is a relationship lesson that you have to learn, and it's going to hurt. Because I get it. You really do like this person. You really think that if they were a little bit different, you could have been something. You could have done something with them, but no, that's not how it works. That's not how this works. They need to be that person before you get into a relationship, not grow into it. Because if they're not, they don't change. People don't change that often. And when they do, they usually only get worse. But because this person was probably wearing a mask, like I said, and you fell for that mask. And, we all got to learn that lesson, that there are people out there who will absolutely use you for everything you have until they leave. And this person probably already has one foot out the door. This is the Three of Swords card. This is the card of pain and betrayal, backstabbing, cheating. The minute you set a boundary, they're already, I bet they're already talking to 3 or 4 people, guys or girls or whoever you're with, because as soon as they feel like things are getting worse, they need to turn you into the bad guy. And that's what this Three of Swords is going to teach you, that no, you can't trust them. They're going to hurt you. They're going to stab you in the back. You are going to regret all of this. It will be a life lesson. You will not forget this ever. Good news, the next relationship will be a whole lot better. But yeah, this is a very toxic relationship. This is bad. You probably shouldn't set any boundaries. You should probably just throw them out, because this Tower moment is going to cause you pain and suffering, and you're going to plead with them. You're going to beg. You're going to say, oh, please don't go. I mean, I just wanted you to be a human. And they're just going to be like, you're a monster and I'm leaving and I'm terrified of you because you set boundaries. And no, they don't respect you at all. They've already got people that they're talking to that are more than willing to take them in because they think they can do a better job. This is a lesson they have to learn the hard way, just like you did, just like the people before you did. So yeah, this person seems to only exist to hurt people, and to teach them a valuable lesson that people can't be trusted right away. Okay? Sorry about that, but yeah, you don't want to look back at this. You don't want to. This is a lesson that is going to hurt. Painful relationship lesson incoming, or you're like this close from learning it. Okay? So yeah, good luck. I would suggest throwing this person out as soon as possible, but I know you're not going to do that. You got to do this in your own way, and you got to take the long, you got to take the learning path, as we call it. Oh, yeah, it's going to suck. The worst part is the Page of Swords is down here, and you're going to be looking for information after they're gone. You're going to find out all the people they were talking to, all the websites they belong to, all the things they're doing in their past, and the things they've been doing while they were with you. You're going to find out so much, and you're just going to be stunned by all of it. You're like, how could you do that to me? I wasn't doing that to you. I was going to work and coming home, and I never got arrested or nothing. No drinking. You stayed pretty calm and collected. You weren't crazy. But this person here is 100% not what they seem. They never have been. And I think you know that now. Or you're about to. All right, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to show you the cards here in a minute, and here we go. If you've made it this far, I thank you all for watching, and please think about hitting the old subscribe button. I try to upload every day. If I don't, the YouTube police will arrest me. It's in the contract if you start a new channel. They say you got to say that at some point in the video. So if you made it this far, I said it. I did the thing. All right, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.